First off, I would like to thank everyone for being here. It is a great honor to have everyone see my peers and teachers here just looking at my work. It's basically like something I dreamed of. So, now, I'd like to thank two special people, Elizabeth Oakes, and you guys can talk to them. Where's Rebecca?
There.
Oh, there you are. And Rebecca Flores, who's my mentor. Without Elizabeth, I wouldn't have met Rebecca, and without Rebecca, I wouldn't be here right now doing all this stuff. It's very exciting. And I wouldn't be an author and an exhibitionist. For those who want to know how the book came about, it all started really coincidentally. I met Rebecca completely by chance. So there was a community mentors meeting happening after school, and I just happened to help out with Elizabeth because she just offered me that. I'm like, sure, I'll have people sign in. And Rebecca signed in, and I noticed that she wrote artist, and I'm like, whoop, piqued my interest. I want to know what kind of art she does. So I went up to her and just asked her some questions like, oh, what kind of art you do? So she does therapeutic art, which is, it just helps people with their mentality and stuff just through art. It's very healthy. And we talked, and she was like, oh, do you want to arrange a meeting so we could talk some more? And I could even show her some of my work. So we did. And thanks to Elizabeth, we used her room, and we talked, and she saw my stuff, and she asked me if she wanted to be my mentor. And I was like, well, first of all, I never worked with a mentor, so that was a lot to take in. But it was very exciting. And we went to work together. I learned more about her as we worked together. Her daughter, unfortunately, passed away at 18, and due to teen violence.
Yes,
teen violence. And she set up the Natasha Love Foundation as a result to keep her daughter's memory alive by helping people like me, like who are young and struggling with stuff. So I was really fascinated how she could do this, and she even wrote a book about her daughter. And an autobiography. And I told her, like, I always wanted to be an author. Like, I write a lot. I spend a lot of time. I've been good in English and stuff. So I just asked if, she asked me, do you want to write a book? Because at the time, it was like December-ish, maybe a little earlier, November. I was struggling with a lot of things like bullying, depression. It was all affecting me, like, physically. Like, I couldn't get out of bed. I cried a lot. I had panic attacks. I needed medication. It was not so good. And I even had a fallout with a really close friend of mine. I knew her for 4 years, and I had to lose her, and that was even like a horrible blow to me. It was awful. So what I did was I took the characters that I already had and put them in the same situation as me, representing myself through others, and then sort of played it out the way I wanted it. So my character does struggle. Her name's Eros. She's trans. And she essentially just goes through a falling with a friend. We don't mention much about the actual friend, but one of the posters is one of them. Blah, blah. Anyway, so she goes through it, but then eventually she reconciles with herself. She realizes she has other people around her, and she can move on. So that's the positive ending. And the funny thing is that I actually did end up reconciling with myself. So it was almost like this book was a healing.
And understand that when things are bubbling inside, a lot of us do not know how to come out and face our feelings, express them. But there are other ways to do it. There are other creative ways that you can do it without hurting someone, without using violence as a tool. And how do you do that? By amplifying your talent. And Ashley, we got to give her another round of applause because she has definitely blossomed a lot. So why don't we give her another applause? From here on, it's not going to be, this is not it for Ashley. She's going to be interviewed on my TV show, which is also in honor of my daughter. She's going to be on radio, and she's going to do more. She wants to do animation, and I'm going to take her along with her. I'm going to follow that trip. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be here, to listen to her story, because it's the stories that change lives. Okay? Oh, by the way, we have something for Ashley. The foundation, the Natasha Love Foundation, is honoring Ash with an inspiration of love. And she is considered the inspiration of love, peace, unity, and awareness as a young, accomplished author and artist. So why don't we give her an applause?